Good afternoon, magandang hapon, mayapagapan napon, kekayungan. It's the 2022-2023 Philippines Football League brought to you by Qatar Airways. This is Claro Manzano on call for this match. We've got the hosts, United City FC, squaring off with Stallion Laguna as we are coming to you from the new Clark City Athletic Stadium right here in Tapas Tarlac, the home again of UCFC. Let us not forget, give the league a like, follow, or subscribe on social media as we take a look at the standings. Much to play for right here. United City FC sitting in second place. Stallion Laguna are in fourth, are in the thick of the action. And let's get it straight, a win just pushes their title chances. United City FC would like to get closer to their rivals in Kaya FC, Iloilo. And let's not forget, they have 2 matches on hand. Naka 9 matches played po sila. Kita dun. At ganun po rin para sa Stallion Laguna. 4th place with 15 points. So they take the trip right over here. And they would like to pick up the points. And let's not forget that there are also games to be played tomorrow for PFL, so do stay tuned for that. And the starting lineups for the home side, we've got Anthony Pintos, a familiar face. Simon Lingbo, we expect to see him in fullback. Amirbek Joraboev, their Asian player, is back along with Ricky Sendra. Also, if I recall, as they were not available last game due to yellow card accumulation, na suspend po sila dahil naka 3 yellow cards sila sa itong season. Pero wala naman po ang kanilang captain, si JJ Robertson, ang kanilang South African foreign player dahil na red card po siya sa kanilang home game dito kontra ADT. At check natin ang mga substitutions sila. 4 lang po ang nasa kanilang bench. Para sa Stallion Laguna naman po, ang visitors po dito. Pepito Hason is the goalkeeper. Matt Nieras is their captain. It looks like Balot Doctora will not be suiting up for this, but Coach Ernie Nieras is back as he was overseas to attend to some personal matters. We expect to see Stallion in that 4-3-3 formation of theirs that just unlocks when they are on the attack or especially on the counter. Finn McDaniel, as of late, is their leading scorer with 4 goals. And let's see if he'll be able to connect with Juanito Galeana, ang kanilang Mexican foreign player. Jorel Aristorenas is expected to be that holding mid and will have a big responsibility with Koichi Belgira, someone he has been playing with for some time already throughout his career in the Philippines. Charles Pickering, an attacking player, but he was converted to a fullback dito po para sa Stallion Laguna. So, Central Luzon po tayo o Laguna? Tingnan po natin. Mamaya pakilagay na lang po sa comments section. Ang mga match officials din naman po. Ay, teka lang, huwag natin kalimutan po si Frank Muescan, ay ang head coach ng UCFC. So, nandito po siya ulit after being absent for some time. And yung mga match officials naman po, si Mick John Pineda ay ang ating referee. Aldous Mirafuentes ang assistant referee alongside Relly Balila. Sila po ang mga linesmen at ang in charge sa offside. Michael Barajas ay ang 4th official. Alan Martinez ay ang referee assessor along with Robin Allen Kainglet ang match commissioner. So, ayan na po. But we take a look at the form of the 2 teams. In the last 5 games, UCFC picked up 2 draws and 3 losses, but that was 2 draws recently. That was the 2-2 draw here in ADT, the inaugural game at the new Clark City Athletic Stadium, wherein Mark Hartman and Kurt Dizon picked up goals, and they will have to get back to their winning ways to get back or stay in the title hunt, as Coach Ed Sacapano emphasized when I got to speak to him earlier today upon arriving at the stadium. And for Stallion Laguna, they've got 3 wins and 2 losses in the last 5 games. So they are lagging behind in terms of points, but they have some matches on hand po ulit. So pwede pa humabol. Pero yung mahalaga po dito para sa UCFC, undefeated po sila after 9 games. So may 6 wins and 3 draws and 0 losses so far. Yung Stallion Laguna po, in 9 games, they have 5 wins, 0 draws, and 4 losses. At in case may
Kailangan po ng tiebreaker kung level ang team sa points. Goal difference ay ang ating criteria dito. So, plus 17 ang goal difference ng UCFC and 6 is the goal difference para sa Laguna. So, mahalaga po yun dito. Para sa mga teams, we are moments away from taking it to the pitch for the pre-match protocol. And stay tuned again for your PFL action this weekend to keep you company.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let us welcome the teams of United City FC and Stallion Laguna FC.
Close to kicking off this match we have between United City FC, the hosts, and Stallion Laguna FC. Again, it is the 2022-2023 Philippines Football League as we are just wrapping up our pre-match protocol and we go through the match officials. Again, we got Mick John Pineda as the referee, the man with the whistle, and he will be assisted by linesmen Aldos Mirafuentes and Relly Balila. So sila po ang in charge sa offside. Michael Barajas will be their fourth official. Alan Martinez is the referee assessor and Robin Allen Kainglet is the match commissioner. Mark Hartman will be the skipper for UCFC as JJ Robertson is serving a one-match suspension as he picked up a red card against the ADT after getting or accumulating 2 yellows in that same game, while Matt Nieras will be the captain for Stallion Laguna. As we look at the starting lineups again for both teams briefly, and we will have our final huddles. Stallion Laguna are in their all-white kits. United City FC back to their usual or traditional black jerseys. So we go through the leading scorers for both teams. It's Ricky Sendra with 5 for UCFC. He's been carrying the load as the likes of Kinchir Daniels, their main man in the attack, got injured. So Sendra just stepped up being a midfielder. Sendra picked up 2 quick goals back when United were on the road in Cebu. They got off to a blazing start, but Cebu refused to wilt and just fought back to a draw. So it looks like Abu C will be kicking off this match. So stay tuned, everybody. Fasten your seatbelts. Stallion in their all-white kits to add to, or contrasting, of course, to UCFC in their all-black, as we mentioned earlier. And this is it. Stallion with possession. Nieras pushes it to Silva. Villarreal opts to play that long. Abusi got his chest to that. The diagonal ball forward. Finn McDaniel to chase. Along with Simon Lingbo. McDaniel still gets it. Tried to cut it back. Koichi got a touch. Ball was skied as it. Jorabuev got a touch to that. Koichi. He's got Matthew Custodio on him. And Custodio did not start their last game, as he will try to get this out of the area. But Nieras did well to get it. Koichi, lovely individual skill. And Lingbo was called to action. And it is a corner kick given up. Corner kick number 1 of the game. And it goes to Laguna. So we can look and assess. You see, Stallion have a slight advantage in terms of physique. So let's see how they will use that. Galeana sent that in. Stallion getting a touch. I believe that was Villarreal. Koichi, he likes to take that, and it's just wide. Pintos tried to cover the bottom corner just to be safe, but it looks like UCFC concede another corner. So that is number 2 in back-to-back succession for Stallion. So we see it looks like there was a deflection right there on the shot taken by Belgira. Galeana, or Juanito as he is called, didn't get a great touch. But we saw the slide from Aristorenas to keep it, well, with hopes of keeping it forward, but it goes to the home side, and they will try to get their first spell with possession. When we look at playmaking, though, Pika Minigishi and Mark Hartman have combined for 10 assists for United City FC. So let's see how they'll be able to get all the cogs running in hopes of getting back to winning ways, as they are coming off 2 draws. And also have to note how the pitch has greatly improved from the inaugural game in this stadium. Pika. And this is what UCFC like to do, swinging the ball from side to side patiently. Especially with their director of football and Coach Juan being Spanish, he did emphasize that patient possession game. Bugas didn't get to control that, so they give it up, unfortunately, for the home side. So it will go back to the visitors. We covered the playmakers or the assist men for United City FC, but when we look at it for Stallion, their leaders are Juanito Galeana and Finn McDaniel. They have 2 apiece. And in those 2 assists of Juanito Galeana, he found one man only in Finn McDaniel in the recent games. And when they spoke about that connection, they did say they have known each other since they were kids growing up, as possession ping pongs around. Tuason is working hard and they keep it. Abusi put it back. Tuason is back after he had a plantar fasciitis injury. Nasa paa po yun. Nieras, the cross. Abusi charging. A dangerous opportunity. UCFC escape. Aristorenas collects it in the middle. Plays it off to the left. Nieras continuing to overlap. Headed it into the area, but didn't seem so happy with that, with no bodies to meet that. So Pintos will look to kill some momentum and
get it going in their favor. Teliana was looking to apply some pressure and was playing narrow momentarily. You see the attacking intent, though, of UCFC in trying to get forward together. Pickering. Pickering, a Filipino, he had a stint in Thailand to accelerate his football development, as he said. And he was glad to sign a deal with Stallion and play in the comforts of home, in terms of being in the Philippines, of course. And that long ball easily into the gloves of Anthony Pintos. At sabi ni RL Aure, go Stallions. Si Kansei watching from Japan daw, sabi po. Sendra played it out wide to Dizon. The crowd cheering them on. Dizon looking to beat Nieras. Got past momentarily. Finn McDaniel out to support. McDaniel just clears it. Hartman controls it well. Hartman, another ball into the goalkeeper box. Joraboev. Abusi looking to get forward. There was a momentary foot race, but Lingbo collected that. Lingbo sent that off the shin of Abusi and accomplishes what he intended. And we'll see if Lingbo will be able to get his Filipino passport anytime soon, because that will make him officially eligible for the ASCALs. And he said, should he get that call up, of course, providing my passport po siya, he said he would take that with no doubt. He grew up, the fullback grew up in Norway, pero sabi raw ang kanyang mama ay taga Pasig City. Abusi up against Foresuelo. Foresuelo, we can say, got the job done. Abusi not happy with that, though. As the ball rattles around, Pika got it in the middle. May konting traffic sa gitna. Minagishi, the 1-2-1 with Sendra. Gabe Silva with the gutsy challenge. So he just delays the attack. It stays with the home side. Si Rain Denise, sabi daw, shoutout mo kami. Ayun po, shoutout nyo. Pati kay Chris Chentes. Hello po sa inyo. Hartman pushed that over to Joraboev. Takes it from distance. And that is wide of the left post. So that looked like some decent control. Of course, Joraboev could have made some improvements to that. He had an on-rushing man. He was trying to test Pepito Hayson. No Michael Asong for them. I believe he is overseas again for a personal matter. Tuason, and that whistle is against him, according to referee Mick John Pineda. Realin Katobag, shout out po sa inyo. Nicely Guerra, shout out sa buong Carmona, Cavite. Ayun po. Custodio got that from Foresuelo. Lingbo, did he keep it in? No whistle by the referee, so far so good for them. Joraboev tried to use his footwork. Custodio may have momentarily nutmegged Abusi. He's a tough one to beat. Pushes it to Tuason, didn't get to control. Ball into no man's land. Aristorenas closed that gap. Belgira. Again, those two are very familiar with each other. Belgira trying to get in. He's got bodies forward. Faked it, but it came off Custodio, it appears. Aristorenas wasn't able to collect the second time around. Looks like there was a momentary handball, but it was not intended, and it's pushed out to the further end for United. Pico with that patient play and decision-making as we expect from him. Pico, of course, in the last decade was a frequent call-up to the Philippines and gets forward. Will this be the chance to cross? It was poked away. Sabi pa ng referee, might corner kick po tayo. So, corner kick number 3 of the game, but this is only the first UCFC. Ang first 2 corner kicks po ay pumunta sa Stallion Laguna. And about just 10 minutes into this game, Hartman, as expected, is the man to send this in. And it looks like that is no good though. We'll see how that developed again. We'll look to get it on replay. So Kenny Daniels may have gotten a touch from that, but there was a foul in that process. Referees, of course, out to make sure players don't get any unfair advantages, especially in set pieces. Lingbo. His clearance went off for the Suelo, I believe, and it's up with McDaniel, but Joraboev was there, and it is a call or a foul against Stallion. It goes back to United. So it looks like Cholo Bugas is playing fullback. Wala po ang kanilang starting center back si JJ Robertson due to suspension na po ulit na red card as a result from 2 yellow cards last game versus ADT. So si Custodio po ang kanilang center back kasama ni Pete Porosuelo. Hartman managed to evade the congested area in the middle. Dizon connecting with Lingbo. Hartman. That came off McDaniel. Abu C is up against Custodio, trying to get past him. Now it will have to be 2 to beat before they'll deal with the keeper. It's poked away by Foresuelo. Sendra evading Yannick Tuason. Those two have been giving us an interesting matchup so far in this game. Tuason, of course, would love to make a return and inject some energy to his team, considering that he was missing due to injury. So there was no goal again earlier of Kichiro Daniels due to a foul committed. Foresuelo. Kenny Daniels got it. Lingbo. Hartman. He is that main playmaker for them. Dizon. Lingbo up against McDaniel. Lingbo asking for a handball. Dizon out to support. Gabe Silva got a touch. The second one just seemed to do the job momentarily, but Joraboev was there. Hartman, the cross. And Sandra not able to meet it. Dam-dam talaga yung gigil dito ng crowd. As Pickering gets called for that as he decked the Argentinian defender. Ricky Sendra is playing against Stallion, one of his former clubs dito sa Pilipinas. Pickering flooring the midfielder. So again, with the implications, getting a win just simplifies it for both teams. They will be gunning for that in this season that is about halfway through. Hartman the service that came off of Silva. Joraboev pushed it to Daniels, but Tuason did well to make the tackle, but it's McDaniel 2-on-1. Numbers not on his favor. Joraboev with his international experience was well drilled and denied the former Philippines U22 midfielder striker. Joraboev, as we know, is a national team player for Tajikistan. They won the King's Cup. That was played in Thailand. Foresuelo. Custodio. It's two Ascal's development team graduates, we can say.
who are at the center of defense. Abusi tried to take advantage of Custodio mishandling that ball, but it's still back with UCFC. And when we look at the flow of the game, this is how UCFC try to approach this. Stallion, though, they did emphasize going back to their classic counter-attacking game after they reached a tough stretch. Zuraboev working his way through the middle. Hartman. Pinasa kay Lingbo. Hartman ulit. Custodio played his high school football in LaSalle Green Hills as a striker. He turned pro playing the same position, and it was only under with the ADT that he was converted to a center back. And given his physique, it proved to be ideal. Hartman was beaten by Koichi Belgira. He plays it over the top to Abusi. Abusi meets it up against Custodio. McDaniel didn't get a great first touch. And it's with Bugas with some space. He's got Pickering in front of him, looking to mark him. And you see great decision making from the youngster, Cholo Bugas. His brother Paulo did come from the same program in Far Eastern University. Paulo Bugas also played professionally here in the PFL. Joraboev lobs it in. It looks like that's still kept in though through the efforts of Pika Minigishi. Nieras didn't get a great touch in attempt to clear that for Asuelo. Bugas. Pika. Shook off Pickering. The cross. Lingbo, but failed to control that and sends that close to the grandstand. Lovely effort from Pika, sending it in. Lingbo just didn't get a great touch. That was always going to be tough, given it was a one touch. So it's a goal kick. Stallion will be putting this back into play. Kanilang goalkeeper ulit. I see Jason Pepito. So, which team are you in favor of? United City FC o ang Stallion Laguna? Pika playing in the middle. Got it to Kenny, but Pickering was there to change it up and make it difficult. Collected by Pintos. So almost 20 minutes into this game, it's been mainly UCFC trying to break down that stubborn Stallion defense. Stallion keen on absorbing pressure again, given that is their trademark. They look to unleash themselves on the breakaway. Pika playing in the middle. Hartman, he's got Kenny in front of him. A clever ball forward. Takes it, and Pepito just gets a touch to that. Nieras collects it though. The spell's still not over for them. Gives it to his keeper. Pepito just lobbed it out. Abusi playing down. We know that he really loves to go back and help out. As the flag from the linesman in the further end is up. As it looks like that is offside on Stallion. We often see UCFC employing that high line, as this was the shot taken by Kenny Daniels. Pepito was there to make the save, but looks like we've got goal number 1 of this match to the home side. And that is in the 19th minute right here. UCFC getting what they wanted, using their experience. So that is for Kenshiro Daniels finding his shooting boots. And it looked like that took a deflection on its way in. And that was always going to be tough for Hason. So we take a look at it again. So that took a deflection that kind of threw Hason Pepito off guard. As the ball lost its power though, but hey, UCFC will take it. It looks like it came off of Gabe Silva. Again, deflections always a tricky one. But if you are Stallion, they've been conceding goals in about the first 25% of the game, so they're looking to get over that hump. They seem to do so in some of their games, and they managed to grab the victory in those situations. But they find themselves in a similar situation or scenario. And with that goal of Kenny Daniels, that is 5 to his name this season, and he is tied now with Ricky Sendra. So they are the joint goal scorers or joint leading scorers for the home side. But there's a chance right here for Stallion to make up for it, but that was off target. Koichi Belgira's cross from the left wing came off of Finn McDaniel. So we had a promising looping ball. Finn knowing that he could have done better with the reps put in on the training ground. At babalik ang bola po rito sa United. And with Kenshiro Daniels finding or getting another goal, and that's perfect timing because he was out for a considerable amount due to injury. Bugas didn't get that though. Gabe Silva managed to communicate with Pepito, and it's with the keeper now. Let's see how they'll react, given that they are in this hole to climb out of. Stallion number 4 in the league so far. Stallion conceding 15 goals now that in this season. When you look at the big picture, that includes that 19th minute strike by Kenny Daniels. As play is stopped with Foresuelo down. And let's not forget, UCFC only have 5 people or 5 substitutes listed on their team sheet. But Foresuelo is back up. And we expect him to continue in this game for them. He normally plays as a left back, but due to injuries and suspensions, we've been seeing him move over to center too. So that is great to see, that versatility. Hartman gives it to Custodio. UCFC, you love that confidence they have with one another. Koichi drives that forward to Galeana. Pintos comes off his line to the edge of the box to intercept that. Galeana, their man in the right wing, as he played in the 3rd division in Mexico for Cocodrilos FC Lazaro Cardenas. Sendra up against Nieras and Belgira. So far, so good. The looping ball. Ball still in play, but it looks like Pickering will let that roll out. So it's a throw-in deep in there in the defensive end of Stallion Laguna. So 24 minutes into this one. It's the 2022 Philippines Football League again. This is Claro Manzano on call. As Bugas gets that back to Pintos, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, or follow button on the social media pages of the PFL, and that's where you are catching these games.
Support local football and head to pfl.org.ph to support the league. We are coming to you from the new Clark City Athletic Stadium here in Capas Tarlac, the home of UCFC. And this is the second football match to be held in the stadium in its young history. Abu C managed to find Galiana. Tried to play it back to him though, but it's no good. To all our viewers, of course, good afternoon. Magandang hapon. Mayapa gapanapan kekayungan. United City FC again are the defending champions in the PFL. So the previous edition of this league was in 2020, when they finished in the top. Dizon gets that from Lingbo. Dizon cutting inside with Kenny Daniels out wide, and he finds his teammate right in. The low cross. Aristorenas. Custodio though, with a great effort to get it to Hartman. The look to recycle. Ball was intended for Daniels, but the Stallion effort got it to Joraboev though. Daniels up against Nieras. Lingbo. Lingbo's cross came off Matt Nieras. So it will stay with UCFC. So Simon Lingbo to take this in. Joraboev. Back to Lingbo. Abu C got him to hit the deck. The flag is up, and that is a foul against UCFC's Simon Lingbo. So mission accomplished for Abu C in that spell. So when we look at the statistics, UCFC have scored 26 goals over the course of this edition of the league. They have conceded 8. But so far, it looks like it is Kaya Iloilo with the best goal difference. So tiebreaker po yan in case tied yung mga teams sa points. Custodio didn't get to reach that. Finn McDaniel seemed to lose his bearings for a while as Forasuelo and Lingbo were there to do the job. They delay the Stallion attack. And good afternoon kay John Canlas. Abusik got that into the middle. No teammate to meet it though, and here comes UCFC. Daniels wasn't able to meet it though, given it was played too strong. Again, it's that battle again to chase the front runners. If you are Stallion, if you are UCFC though, you would like to hold solo second place because they are currently tied with Cebu FC with 21 points each. And while play is stopped, it looks like we have a free kick for Stallion. Let's see how they will be setting this up. And this one is close to the half line. Oh, I beg your pardon. It's now played to the area where the foul was committed. So Nieras will make the service. He played his collegiate football at De La Salle University and it's picked up by Pintos. Great presence of mind from the keeper to play it forward, but it eventually goes to Pintos' counterpart in Pepito. But Daniels was there to chase and make it difficult. Tuason put that back to Pickering. Pickering trying to work inside, didn't get to connect with Galiana. And some pressure now from the Stallion front line. Custodio, some clever thinking. Hartman.
United getting their numbers forward. Lingbo on the overlap. Opted to play Joraboev. Gabe Silva had to get it out of a tight space. But he found Abusi. Still keeps it in, but the miscommunication with Belgira. Joraboev, tricky pass. But it's Lingbo out wide to stretch the defense. Pika in the middle. Hartman. Now it's Bugas again. He's playing left back instead of that usual wing position. It's 2 goals and 1 assist to his name for Bugas, as that strike from Joraboev is picked up by Jason Pepito. So for those who just tuned in, it was the 19th minute strike from Kenny Daniels that has made the difference for them so far. Lamang po ngayon ang home side in United City FC. Belgira, it's been a lot of Stallion attacks in the middle and in the left. Abusi got that forward again to Koichi. As that whistle is against Abusi. And he's been trying to make things, or trying to get his team moving forward. Abusi was the man of the match in Stallions' 2-0 win over the Ascals development team. He sure did give a test to the youthful members of the Ascals development team. After picking up 2 goals, Abusi finished the game as center back as they preserved and took home that clean sheet. And that game, of course, was played in Rizal Memorial. That was a road game for Stallion. Sandra. Joraboev. Forosuelo. Hartman. Hartman about his teens, or when he was in his teens more or less, was already playing for the Philippine Ascals, and he's had some stints in the recent years too. And the cross, still kept in by Sandra. That ball took a couple of bounces, but it's still in. Lingbo. Galiana was down to help out in the effort. He found Finn McDaniel. Will he be able to beat Forosuelo? Forosuelo with a slide though, that appeared to hit the ball first. So that looked clean. It's back to Pintos. They will reset. UCFC looking to wear down their opponents. So Gabe Silva just stopped the attack. But it's still with UCFC, so na-delay po ang kanilang attack. At good afternoon kay Jel Balaga, ating mga viewers dito po sa live stream. Hartman, D-zone connected, the 1-2-1 with Kenny Daniels. Tuason, trying to link up with McDaniel. Koichi again, trying to get to Abusi. We've seen him work his magic on the wing and the counter in his tenure with Stallion. They will need that from him to get back into this game. At konting reminder lang po. So, yung winning team po rito may 3 points sa kanilang standing. Kung draw, 1 point. Tig 1 point po sila. Kung tala po, 0 points. Joraboev. Hartman getting into a slightly more advanced position. Pinasa kay Cholo Bugas. Hartman ulit. Ang kanyang mama ay taga Bataan. Medyo malapit po dito sa Tarlac. Custodio. Sandra. Sandra, the man from Argentina. He first played his local or Philippine football with Binjola FC 1991. And Daniels didn't get to connect there, but it's picked up by Finn McDaniel from that Abusi pass. Takes the shot, and it looks like that just went over, and that looks like a corner kick. So Anthony Pintos just got the job done. So we see managed to get it and hit it with his left boot. But Pintos was alert and had great positioning. But McDaniel seems to have that frustration kicking in. He did have a chance earlier too. And it is corner number 3 for Stallion Laguna. We are 10 minutes away from getting additional time dito po sa first half. So it looks like Yannick Tuason will make the delivery, and here comes the in-swinger. Abusi in the back post, but that came close. Just denied by UCFC. Pintos had to desperately get it out of the way. The best chance so far for the visitors. But if you're UCFC, they've been constantly working their way in the attacking end. So that long ball, not a problem at all. Pintos would gladly let it out as we have an early substitution for the visitors. Leo Henrique will be coming on. It is Juanito Galeana calling it a day after 36 minutes. So Stallion having to change things up already, given that they are in this 1-0 hole again. So it is Galeana, their Mexican foreign player, stepping off. Henrique, an American, if I recall correctly, stepping in. So teams are allowed to field 3 foreign players from any continent or any confederation. At pwede po isa pa. So 4 total, pero yung isa dun po dapat ay taga-Asia. Custodio is asking for options. Pika, Simon Lingbo, Ricky Sendra put it back again. And it's with Hartman, their main playmaker, playing it long. They're switching it up. Minagishi, we often see him on the left, but to throw off the defenders, he finds himself now here. So Lingbo will put this back into play. Hartman, and you see that midfield block of Stallion settling. Choraboev trying to blow past Aristorenas. Lingbo again. He's been active as ever and evades Nieras. Beautiful display, and Pepito gets it in the bottom corner. Si Daniel Amaro pa-shout out daw. Ayun na po. Tuason knocks it back. Villarreal. Silva. Aristorenas. Looks like he thought about playing Yannick Tuason on that long ball for a moment. But we see Stallion trying to play up from the back. Angel Elaine, ayan pong shoutout nyo. Tanong ni Esperanza, sino po ang goal scorer? Kenny Daniels ang ating goal scorer in the 19th minute with the shot from outside of the box, and it's with Belgira in the middle. He puts it up to Nieras, overlapping on the left. Henrique, let's see how he'll change his game up for them. He tried to get that back heel. Belgira hit the deck after he was clipped. So it is a set piece for Stallion Laguna. Si Brix Poblete, shoutout po din sa inyo. At ito ulit si Pau DG, big fan ni Pepito Hayson. Kada save, nagko-comment, nice Pepito Hayson, tinatag pa rin. So Leo Henrique will step up to the plate. He's got 2 goals to his name. This is within striking distance, but there's also that option, of course, to cross it in for a teammate.
perhaps we will expect the prior. And here it comes. He looked to take that low, or that went low though. Off the wall, definitely could have been much better, but Nieras finds himself alone at the back and having to deny Cholabugas, asking for a foul. No call by the referee. Villarreal tracks down to support. Same can be said for Henrique. Gabe Silva catches up too. Stallion getting all their numbers forward dahil nakaset piece po sila kanina. UCFC were well drilled and got back to their shape quickly, trying to take advantage of that counter. Joraboev. Dizon ran into some traffic. Bilgira looks like he was going to hit the floor momentarily, but that's great core control. Custodio dispossesses Abusi. Looks like they have been able to read his number in this one. Hartman now on the further end. And try to get the rebound, asking for a handball. That came off of Charles Pickering. Lingbo. Custodio. So about 5 minutes away from added time. We will wait out for the confirmation later on from fourth official Michael Barajas. Hartman taking his sweet time. So again, the top teams right here in the PFL will get a ticket, or will book tickets respectively to play football in the AFC level, ang Asian Football Confederation. Ang mga competitions po doon ay ang Champions League at ang AFC Cup. UCFC getting forward. Kenny Daniels, and Jason just denies that. He was outside of his 6-yard box. A dangerous spell from the defending champs. And when we are talking about continental football, UCFC along with Kaya are the first two Philippines Football League teams to play in that level. And it's played long. McDaniel got a touch to it. Who will secure the second ball? Pintos just out of his box. He didn't get a great handle on it though, and just sends it out to safety. And with the aforementioned teams, Kaya have also played in the AFC Cup, where they represented the Philippines earlier this year. So it's a throw in on the further end. And the way Pickering is setting up, he may look to play it a bit long. That's what he does. Abusi, their target man, puts it in the middle. Pintos gets it though. Pintos playing it quickly to Kenny Daniels. He almost secures it. So far, so good though. Cuts inside. Switches it up to Pika. And Pickering is back to make the tackle. Tuason. Abusi though, not able to get it. Looks like we had a shin guard that came loose from Custodio. Looks like that's the second time already in this game. Hartman was floored, so that's a whistle in their favor. And that's a free kick, and ball will be played close to the half line. And it's taken out wide. Approaching 44 minutes already in this affair. It is still 1-0 behind Kenny Daniels' strike. I believe it took a deflection of Gabe Silva and made it tough for Jason Pepito to read. Deflections, of course, can always be tricky for goalkeepers. Bugas. Joraboev. Lovely connection with Sendra, but the ball is overcooked for Pika.
Well, it looks like that is a corner though. Check that, it came off a defender from Laguna. So 2 corner kicks to UCFC in this game already. So let's see how UCFC will get themselves going in this set piece. So here comes the service for the back post, and it is overcooked. That took a bounce inside the goalkeeper box though, but there was nobody to meet it. And from the looks of it right now, the home side are playing against the sun. So we may expect to see this game played under the floodlights eventually, in reference to the UCFC game against the ADT, as Kenny Daniels gets booked for that foul while dueling with Jorel Aristorenas. And Daniels will have to be careful because he has more than 1 yellow card over this season already, as play will have to be restarted as that free kick was taken too early. So referee John Pineda just setting things up. Gabe Silva gets that to Henrique. Up against Churaboev. Nieras. Opting to play Tuason. McDaniel to chase against Foresuelo. Pickering. The early cross. Abusi. But Pintos gets that. Lingbo was there to mark Abusi. And it's back with Stallion though. Henrique put that back. Great intentions. It had Pepito having to track down though, given the speed and power on that ball. Tuason secures. His numbers not in his favor in his area though, and he gives that up. So it's been a tough one for Stallions so far. So about a minute already into additional time, and that is the whistle already. It is 1-0 for UCFC, the home side, again behind the strike of Kenshiro Daniels in the 19th minute. That was from outside of the box, and it took a deflection that made it tough for Jason Pepito, but a great effort from Daniels. Nonetheless, he is their joint leading scorer, and he was looking to get back into form. So stay tuned, everybody. We will be back after the halftime break. Action back underway at the new Clark City Athletic Stadium for the second football match to be played at this venue as Hartman plays that long from the get-go to Pica. Dong Villarreal was there to contest him, and it goes to Laguna. Good afternoon, everybody. Magandang hapon, mayapa, gapanapon, kekayungan. It's the 2022 Philippines Football League again, brought to you by Qatar Airways as Jason Pepito just got that from a close one. And we have a whistle again in favor of Stallion, so they're trying to start things off on a good note to get out of that 1-0 hole. As Kenshiro Daniels found the back of the net in the 19th minute with a shot or strike from outside of the goalkeeper box. As Aristorenas played that to Belgira, working out wide, and Pintus read that well at the near post. And this is Claro Manzano on call. You are catching these games dito po sa social media pages ng Philippines Football League. So paki-follow, like at subscribe na lang po. Nasa Instagram, TikTok at Twitter din po kami at We Are PFL. So it's Stallion now applying the high press on UCFC as we have a player down from United. It's Joraboev. Same for Koichi, who is suffering from pain. Make that a third person in this stretch. So we've got Pika holding on to what may be his hamstring. So some collisions going on. And we are coming to you from the new Clark City Athletic Stadium dito po sa Capas, Tarlac. Ito po ang home stadium ng United City Football Club. So it is Central Luzon hosting Laguna. As it looks like all players managed to get back up, but Pika Minigishi will be getting some treatment. And Hartman puts that back out of fair play. As Stallion put the ball out to give time for the down players to recover. Villarreal played that long, nobody to meet it. It looks like Henrique and Abusi telling him to come up with a better effort. Henrique was the first and only sub so far in this game. He came on about the 36th minute, as it was a tough day for the Mexican winger of Stallion, si Juanito Galeana, ang kanilang player ho. Galing sa 3rd division ng Liga ng Mexico. And Pickering will get this back in. Thrown down the line. Abusi got a touch to it. Yannick Tuason wasn't able to meet it. Nakay Henrique. Nakay Pickering naman. Ristorenas is possessed by Hartman. Bugas pinasa kay Joraboev. At may foul po dun. Koichi Belgira just tugging the shirt of Joraboev. The man from Tajikistan. Also plays for their national team. Sendra, their other midfielder, who's from Argentina on the other hand and is down, holding onto his right ankle. But Henrique takes that shot from distance, and that is well off target for them. And just 4 minutes into the second half. So over at the center of the field again, it is Ricky Sendra who is down. UCFC have yet to use any of their subs. No changes coming out of halftime for the two squads. You got Frank Muescan, the coach for United City. Si Coach Ernie Nieras naman po ang coach ng Stallion Laguna. Stallion in their all-white kits, playing from left to right. Ang UCFC po, ang United City, ang home team, ay naka-all-black, playing from right to left. Sendra plays it over to Dizon. Up against Nieras. Takes it from distance, but it's no good again.
So again, for those who missed it, as we saw that shot go off the mark, it was Kenshir Daniels who has spelled the difference. Kurt Deason took that last strike though. That was no good. But it's 1-0 for UCFC thanks to Kenny Daniels, as we mentioned earlier. Daniels is the team's joint leading scorer, 5 goals to his name. The other man with 5 goals for UCFC is Ricky Sendra. But over at Stallion, they are still on the pitch. We've got Finn McDaniel with 4 goals in this campaign and Abu C with 3. So they will be, or Stallion will be needing those two to find their shooting boots. Stallion trying to get up slowly but surely. Abu C sent it though to no man's land as Pickering and Bugas were up to dispute that. Forosuelo finding himself in a tricky situation. Hartman. UCFC still staying calm and composed, trying to get the ball out of the danger area. But Aristoredas gets it in a promising position, takes it, and Pintos gets it though. And you can feel the relief of the crowd after Pintos got that save. Joraboev. We can see Joraboev has been able to get a following from some local fans here in the Philippines who have appreciated his game. Forosuelo, Hartman, exchanging touches. Nakay naman. Bugas gives it up to Finn McDaniel though. McDaniel just swarmed by 3 players. Tried to get that, or got it to Koichi with some trickery. Belgira thought about it for a moment. He has that touch from distance, takes it, but it's off the mark again. But although we do notice on the sidelines, although Coach Ernie Izvaki is in the team's bench, it is Coach Richard Leble who is actively standing in the technical area. As you may see him later on pictured in sky blue. As of late, it's been him as Coach Ernie Nieras was overseas to attend to some personal matters. And Custodio tried to get going quickly, but it's picked up by Villarreal. Teams exchanging at the moment with the ball ping-ponging around. At yes, yung comment ni Danro, keep supporting local football po. Paki-follow na lang po ang Philippines Football League Facebook page at ang mga ibang social media accounts. Henrique got it back, but there was a whistle with the way he was looking to secure that. Hartman has been tough to beat in this contest. UCFC showing no signs of slowing down despite their captain and center back JJ Robertson being suspended due to his red card last game. Right here also at the same venue. That was about 2 weeks ago. UCFC were held to a 2-2 draw against the Ascal's development team. Pickering dueling with Pika. Gets Abu C. Abu C onside. Flag is down. Tried to send it low, but Forosuelo was there to back up Cholo Bugas, currently in possession. Pika, the former Philippines international with his roots in Japan. And he got fouled. And that was from Leo Henrique. Quite a challenge. Kinausap niya si Mick John Pineda, ang ating referee ngayon. Ang kanyang assistant referees o linesmen ay si Aldous Merafuentes at si Relly Balila. Si Michael Barajas ay ang fourth official. Alan Martinez ay ang referee assessor. At si Robin Allen Kainglat ay ang match commissioner. So Hartman played it short and gets it back. Lobs this in. Jason out of his area.
Enrique collects it, trying to spark a counter though. Numbers not in their favor. Abu C evaded Jarabuev momentarily. McDaniel played it long. Custodio with some pressure. How will he handle this one with Belgira chasing him? Custodio did well to get it to D-zone, but it was tough with Nieras probing him. But UCFC trying to take advantage of this one with the game opening up quite a bit. You see that extra sense of urgency from the visitors. They would like to at least take a point home to Laguna. So this will be resumed. So looks like we had Ricky Sendra having a chat with referee Mick John Pineda over that collision. The two have been having a few conversations already throughout the duration of this match. So let's see who will secure. And it's into the boots of Pika. Hartman's ball played over though with no man to meet it. Well, Dizon did apologize as he did not read that well. And Kurt Dizon has 2 goals in this campaign so far, and he has 1 assist. Lingbo, Custodio, Minagishi, he got space in that midfield and paved way to this. Joraboev up against Villarreal. Pika. So UCFC settling down, playing that short passing game and being patient. Joraboev fouled Villarreal. The two have been having quite a number of encounters already. Hartman being the captain, of course, trying to step up to defend his teammate and gets booked in the process. So he will have to be careful. 1 yellow card in this game. So Joraboev took a swipe over at the right leg of Villarreal. Some frustration, so we could say. Tough one to tell if Villarreal had to make the most out of that. So we have a change. We have Brian Ibanez coming on for Yannick Tuason. Ibanez, a youngster. If I recall, he played his high school football in NU, National University. He opted to forgo his collegiate career and turned pro in the midst of the pandemic as Nieras gets forward. Pickering, Enrique. The exchange touches, Pickering this time to Hamed Hajimari, another player who just entered this match. Now out in the further end, lob, but it is off for Stallion. That was Brian Ibanez trying to make an instant impact in this match. He got that space or separation from Lingbo. But let's not forget that this is their second meeting already in the season when you talk about UCFC and Stallion Laguna. They did battle to UCFC picked up a 4-2 win on the road. United City were up 4-0 at a certain point in time behind Kenny Daniels, Amir Joraboev, Ricky Sendra, and Mark Hartman. But Stallion, behind the home crowd, found the back of the net with their spark plug in Joad Mbedia, who has not featured in this game. Cholo Bugas gets beaten by Abu C. Abu C still keeps it in. Lingbo headed it to safety. Hamed didn't get to reach that. Bugas skies it though. No, he would have liked to get some distance in that ball rather than some altitude. As the ball takes to the sky again. Who will secure?
Henrique beat the likes of Hartman as Pickering's cross came off of Bugas. So a corner kick, number 4 to Stallion in this game. And when we were talking about the goal scores in that 4-2 game between these two teams, Bedia made it 4-1, UCFC with the lead in that situation, and Brian Ibanez forced an own goal from JJ Robertson, and Ibanez is back in. Let's see if he will give in that much needed spark. They would like to catch up in this one. A slim lead. The next goal in this game will be the most important one. Hamed sent in that cross. Abu C just off for them. A close one, but the flag, I believe, was up according to the assistant referee. We saw the flag go up afterwards, but a close one just outside of the 6-yard box. Although that was offside, you see Stallion getting their inches slowly but surely in this game. But will it be a slow burn of not being able to find a goal? Time will tell, but they've put in a great number of guys hoping to change things up. And from the looks of it, when Ibanez stepped on, Hamed Hajimadi also came in. We'll just try to confirm who was the man that stepped out. I believe it was Jorel Aristorenes. A like for like. 2 center mids. And Abusi gets it. Forosuelo denied that. But the chance on the rebound. Petos with the denial. McDaniel sends it over the crossbar. My oh my. Will that go begging? Time will tell. Just 2 minutes over the 1 hour mark in this game. It is still that Kenny Daniels goal making the difference, but what an effort from Stallion. And right before that, let's not forget Ibanez did recover that from a recent shot. McDaniel was close to scoring on the rebound. But again, those one-touch scenarios are always tough. At yung tanong po dito kanina ni Pritz de la Peña, saan po ito? Ito ay ang NCC Athletic Stadium, New Clark City, as Henrique wins a corner for the visitors. So getting some rewards, or getting a reward from his hard work, applying pressure. And Hamed will step up with an outswinger. It's driven in. Pickering skies this time around. So Stallion getting their opportunities forward. So some fine-tuning on finishing could get them back into this game. Lingbo, D-zone to chase. Silva did well to control that. It's with Pepito. Plays it long eventually. Abu C. Fantastic touch. Bugas is there though. A delightful effort from Abu C. He sent it back to the middle. Nieras hit it to Koichi. Hamed sends it back to Nieras. Out on the further end, Ibanez up against Lingbo. Hamed, you like what you are seeing? If you are the visitors, this will be a test to the UCFC defense and experience. Henrique. Played out to the middle though. That wasn't it was a tough situation for Ibanez as Villarreal took the fall. Villarreal, as we know, that type of player who does not mind putting his body in the line for his team. And as a coach, you like that, of course. You're seeing that your players give 110%. It looks like Finn McDaniel might be asking for some attention. Perhaps perhaps some cold spray helps loosen up those tight muscles. Hartman lobs it over to Minagishi. Pickering gets it. He's got some great height for a fullback, given that he is really more of an attacking player. Custodio. So far, Custodio and Forosuelo have managed to get the job done. They've had some tough moments, though. Juraboev. Juraboev and his national team, Tajikistan, will be playing in the upcoming AFC Asian Cup that will be held next year. Lingbo gets it back. The low cross. Silva sent that back to where it came from. Minagishi and Lingbo again. Now he's up against Nieras. Ibanez tracking down Pika. Came close to that, but Hamed just got to it. Koichi. And will Stallion pull a rabbit out of the hat to get back into this one? A clever ball by Henrique. He finds Hamed. Lobs it in. Bugas just got it out. Half lead. Henrique just over again. Kitang-kita na rin yung frustration mo at gigil kay Leo Henrique. And what a chance for Laguna. It was half cleared by Bugas. No teammate to meet it. Juraboev was there to come up with quite a challenge, though, to give some added pressure. And we can see how the tables have turned quite a bit in this game as it has opened up. Kenny Daniels up with Pika, who's been active as ever in this stretch of the game. The cross. So some team play from Stallion. Get it forward to Abu C. Will this work for them? Or will this work out? Abu C has given us some memorable goals on the counter throughout his long tenure with the team. And in the history of Stallion, it appears to be that the likes of Nieras, Abu C, and Balok Doctora have been around with them the longest. Hamed takes it from distance into the gloves of Pintos. Nieras close, though, to capitalizing on that. Pintos seemed to have that under control, though, and intended to change the trajectory of the ball, but you never know with the breaks of the game. A great find from Pintos to get it to Bugas. And moving forward with Cholo Bugas, you love the versatility. Minagishi gives it to Daniels with the back of Stallion opening up. Gabe Silva with his work cut out. And you see the difference in terms of their height and physique. So Gabe Silva came out as the victor in that duel. Gabe Silva too has one goal that he picked up against Maharlika in what may have been Stallion's second game of the season, if I recall. He got one man of the match recognition in their opener versus Mindiola, where they kept a clean sheet. Juraboev played it quickly to Sendra, who took a fall and slipped. Abusi up against Juraboev, still keeps it in. Hamed, siya po ay ang Asian foreign player ng Stallion. Siya po ay taga Iran. Hamed, of course, well integrated with the Philippine community, and this is also a coach at the youth level. As Nieras tracks down and does the job and prevents Lingbo from whipping in another service. 20 minutes away from the finish. It's the 2022 Philippines Football League. Again, this is Claro Manzano on call. We're catching this on the social media pages of the Philippines Football League. So, paki-like, follow at subscribe na lang po. Bugas kontra McDaniel. Bugas sent it back to Joraboev. That's great ball control from the youngster. Hartman. UCFC keen to slow it down. Sendra. And we see the gaps that UCFC are exploiting in that Stallion midfield right after those unsuccessful attacks. Lingbo. Stojo. Joraboev. Hartman outside of the area, but it is off. He tried to go for the finesse as Kenshiro Daniels is floored. And as we take a closer look, he is holding on to his right ankle. And over at the sidelines, though, we have Troy Limbo heading to the bench, and it is expected that he will replace Finn McDaniel, who was signaling for a substitution off camera, as he is holding on to his right leg. That may be the hamstring. We will find out. But this also shows the depth of the Stallion bench. Abusi got his head to that, and the flag is up. I believe that is offside number 2 of this game, and that those have all gone to the visitors in Stallion. And Abusi is down in cramps too. And as they are likely to lose Finn McDaniel, that is the last thing you want to see with one of your key players up front. But they get another change, and we see Rafa Nogueda coming also. And Nogueda, similar to Joan Bedia, is one of those spark plugs. They put him up front as that target man. So will these changes be the difference maker for Stallion? They have those numbers on the bench as compared to UCFC, who have only 5 players. And to add to Stallion, of course, filling up their team sheet. Their players have had tremendous, vast experience playing overseas in their different home countries. In the case of the foreign players and their local players, ang mga Pinoy ay may experience po sa kanilang national team. And it looks like we have a de facto cooling break with Abusi getting treated at the center of the field, as it is confirmed Troy Limbo and Rafa Nogueda will step on. Abusi and Finn McDaniel will call it a day, as the two started this match. And for UCFC, still no changes made, but we see their subs with the likes of Will Grierson, Jordan Jarvis, and Ivan Owano heading to the bench from the warm-up area. And before Rafa Nogueda officially steps in, he will have to wait for the hurting Abusi to step off the sidelines as he gets the go signal from fourth official Michael Barajas. And as expected, Nogueda is up front for them as that target man. Nogueda made his first appearance in the local scene in just this league as Joraboev took a hit and is down. Cholo Bugas pleading for a card, though. I believe that was Leo Henrique who clipped him. So again, we are coming to you from the new Clark City Athletic Stadium right here in Capas Tarlac with the second meeting of both teams, as Leo Henrique got his yellow card from referee Mick John Pineda. So from my records, wala pa siyang yellow card so far this season. That is his first of the game though. So should he get a second or should any player get 2 yellow cards, automatic red card na po yun. So Hartman will put this back into play. As we have another whistle. And I believe the referee has let that play on. Nogueda plays it to Ibanez, dispossessed by Custodio. But Richard Leble is disgusted with the way that went on. A chance wasted for the visitors. But there was some confusion there. I believe Hartman got a touch to it. That is why Leo Henrique, or Hartman got his hand to it. That's why Leo Henrique got it back and had a free kick played short. But that Stallion chance came begging. It was a golden opportunity, virtually served on a silver platter as Lingbo will try to double their lead on the other end. Juraboev. Sendra. Dizon. Hartman. And we see that Stallion midfield block getting to establish. The Stallion midfield block that they managed to establish, rather. Enrique intercepted that from Hartman. Limbo in a tight space up against Bugas. Bugas. What control. That was delightful to see. Looking to use his trickery again. Sendra. Silva off his line to make it difficult for the Argentinian, but Kenny Daniels is cutting in. He took a fall as while trying to switch it up. Joraboev. Sendra. Promising spell from the home side. Dizon takes it, but it's into the hands of Pepito. So 13 minutes away from additional time. Again, a win here will get both teams closer to league leaders. Kaya Iloilo as Nogueda gets it, beats Forzuelo momentarily, takes the shot, but it's denied by Pintus. Nogueda getting his first shot on target after coming on as a sub. UCFC haven't pulled the trigger in terms of changing personnel, but with Stallion using 4 of their substitutions or substitutes already, this may be a chance to get some fresh legs and tire out the home side in United City. And we do recall a few months back wherein the U teams of these two squads squared off in the PFF U19 Division 2 Nationals. And such promise from both programs. Koichi initially had Pickering on the closer end rather. Villarreal. So for those who just tuned in, UCFC hold a 1-0 lead after their goal in the 19th minute behind Kenshiro Daniels. Hartman. Villarreal got that to Henrique up against Mark Hartman. Hartman took a fall. He may have gotten swiped. Koichi trying to shake off Dizon. Gets it to Ibanez. Ibanez trying to get some step overs past Lingbo. Runs into traffic. Hamed backheels it to Koichi. Custodio just got the stop. And it's with Joraboev, and it looks like UCFC will slow play down and put the ball out. Although the process of slowing it down did allow Mick John Pineda to stop the game, but Pintus is giving an earful to Ibanez for possibly continuing play with Hartman down in the middle, as you see on the left side ng inyong screen. So let's see how this will develop. Hartman back on his 2 feet. Hamed Hajimadi having a word with Mick John Pineda, ang ating referee. So kaninong Side po kayo. Central Luzon o Laguna? Dizon keeping it in despite the pressure. Zuraboev. He's had Nieras on him. Dizon again. Still keeping it on his individual effort. No flag from the referee, so ball still in play. Custodio. And some great composure that we have been seeing from Matthew Custodio in this game, as he has to, or he is the man tasked with leading their defense again with JJ Robertson, ang kanilang team captain, out. Henrique brushed off Sendra. Playing it to Nogueda, but that ball looks to be overcooked. And it's secured by Pintos. Now Forosuelo is down, having to catch his breath. He doesn't appear to be holding on to his calf muscles with cramps, but that seems to be the case now, though, as he removed the shin guard rather, but he may be struggling to catch his breath from what I initially saw, and he will receive medical attention. United City with the lead again. 9 minutes remaining in regulation, or in normal time. Time is not on your side, though, if you are the visitors. If you are UCFC, though, you would like to just slow things down. And after getting some attention, Forosuelo is back on his feet. So UCFC will play with 10 men momentarily, as Mick Pineda appears to be clarifying things, how the game will be continued. It is a drop ball, though, as UCFC did not have to put it out of play. And there you have it. But it'll be interesting to see who will be the makeshift center back for the defending champions. And UCFC, again, the defending champions with the PFL, last played in 2020, as Kenny Daniels may have gotten a handball. Hartman gets it, though. A clever ball to Kenny. Up against Pickering. Minagishi. Sendra. Zuraboev. Custodio. Lingbo. Plays it back. So it looks like it is Cholobugas filling in at the back. Gabe Silva sent that back to the midfield. It's won though by Dizon. Kenshiro gets that. And what an effort from center to get it there first to Daniels. UCFC looking keen on doubling their lead for an insurance goal. We did say the next goal will be the most vital one. If you are United, the team in all black, they will get a cushion. If you are Stallion, you level things and could potentially alter the complexion of this game. Pintos. Pika secures that in the middle. Hartman. And it looks like we have UCFC lining up with some substitutions, as Hartman is down and drew that foul. So Jordan Jarvis will be stepping on, a natural fullback. Cholo Bugas will call it a day as he thanks the supporters.
Substitution for United City FC. Player number
Other than that, we have Will Grierson also.
William J. Peterson.
It appears to be that Pete Forosuelo isn't continuing this game, and Will Grierson, a natural central defender, will be alongside Matthew Custodio. So Grierson playing his football in the UAAP, in the collegiate level, along with Jordan Jarvis. They were at the Ateneo de Manila University.
Jordan Jarvis.
And you see that added energy and effort from United as Jarvis tries to get the ball with the loose ball. Nogueda in the wing, trying to get inside. Will he cut back? Takes it though, but nobody there to get it. Nogueda had no angle to put that into the back of the net. But it's still kept in. Hamed. Ibanez sends it. Jarvis, he had the height advantage over Limbo. Limbo, with his energy, wins that from Hartman, who was asking for a call. Pickering sends it to Joraboev though, and here comes Hartman again. Hartman is their maestro in the midfield. As that looks like it is going to UCFC. 4 minutes remaining. Both teams still going at it. This one far from over. Will it be that slow burn for Stallion, or will United, the home side, have to desperately hang on? Hartman. Jarvis. Sandra gets it from Mark Hartman. Minagishi. He seemed to be a few steps ahead of Villarreal. Villarreal trying to impose his physique and gets called from gets whistled from Mick John Pineda. And what a day, of course. Stallion throwing what they could, getting chances, but finishing their Achilles heel. They had their chances but failed to convert. This is the play that warranted that foul against Villarreal. We could see hands flying back and forth between the two. Hartman sends it from the wing. Hayson picks that up. Plays it quickly though. It was Nogueda up against Joraboev. As the linesman said, it was back to UCFC, but the referee overruled that and said it goes to Stallion. Limbo, the clever ball. Nogueda, will he make a bend? Cuts it back though, and Pintos did well to read that. Pintos looking to get some time off the clock. Now out in the middle. Limbo, the man from Cagayan de Oro. Enrique, from distance, slithering his way in, takes it. That took a deflection though. Grierson put his body on the line. And as we see a man from UCFC down, Pintos puts it out of play. Ivan Owano will come on. Owano was the man that led the attack of United City when they traveled to Cebu. They were short-handed, and we could say he got the job done. He got the job done, of course, to apply pressure on the back line of Cebu. UCFC picked up that draw, but back to the action with the instant replays. That was Henrique's shot with Will Grierson putting his body on the line. And although we did mention Ivan Owano is coming in, he is still on the side of the pitch as we are past the 90th minute mark, and we have 4 minutes of additional time as confirmed by Michael Barajas, ang ating fourth official. And from the looks of it, Ivan Owano will be stepping onto the pitch in the next dead ball. UCFC looking or opted to delay that. So here it goes. Desperation time for the visitors. If you are UCFC, they have been calm and composed despite what has been thrown at them. They did escape in certain scenarios, but they have been able to stay calm and focused. And it is Kurt Dizon calling it a day. And we have a center forward coming in for a winger. So 3 changes used by the home side. Stallion using 4 of them. Dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic, may tig 5 subs na po ang mga teams dito. Pika cleared it, but it is with Henrique. Hamed floated that in. Lingbo met that. Sends it back to Gabe Silva. A minute and 30 seconds into added time. It will be 4 minutes again, as confirmed by our fourth official earlier. Pickering gets this on the wing. The veteran Pika Binigishi to beat. Cuts it back, but unable to meet it. The chance on the rebound, but skied again. This time it is by Ibanez. He is unable to replicate that banger of his earlier in the season where he scored from a much further distance than that. But it looked like Koichi did dummy that though, knowing that he had options available. And you just see the body language of all the Stallion players off of that miss. So who will secure? Daniels hit the deck, but it is with United. Sendra has outstretched arms, but he appeared to be fouled by the tandem of Pickering and Dong Villarreal. But check that, sorry, it is a throw-in. Ball still in play though. Hartman put that into the area. Controlled well initially by Owano. Bilgira got that to Hamed. Or to Henrique rather. And now with Hamed, Lingbo though just gets it done. Noguera wasn't able to meet that ball. And we can see things just turning up, or the heat turning up in this game. But it's a chance. Owano only has the keeper to beat, but sends that way off the mark. And we have about 15 seconds away from the 4th minute. This may be the last spell of possession. We can see UCFC in complete disbelief at the bench over that failed opportunity. But let's see how Jarvis will handle this. Will he have to burn some time off the clock? But Noguera kept that in. Jarvis though still contesting. Pickering poke that away. And that is the full-time whistle. What a display from both sides, giving us open, attacking, back and forth football. UCFC picked up that 1-0 lead in the 19th minute behind that strike of Kenny Daniels, and that just did the job for them. But we also have to commend their defending, as they were able to hold on in the second half, although there were close opportunities that the visitors in Stallion Laguna were unable to capitalize on, the likes or the likes of Matthew Custodio and Anthony Pintos banked on their experience to take full points and get back to winning ways. This is UCFC's first win after they picked up 2 draws, and they are now in solo second place as we speak. Well, for Stallion Laguna, all is not lost, although they head home with 0 points po dito sa kanilang standing. They are still in 4th place, 6 points clear of the Ascal's development team, who are set to play tomorrow as they visit Mendiola FC 1991 at the City of Imus grandstand, as this weekend of Philippines Football League action is far from over. Highlights aplenty in this one, and a great number of chances were golden opportunities to put it into the back of the net, but it ends 1-0 right here in the Philippines Football League. And as we have the highlights continuing to roll, we're just seeing highlights aplenty, a great number of chances from both teams, wherein finishing let them down. Kita natin siguro may konting gigil pa dun, but in the end we see the friendly pleasantries between both sides. But that's a strike from Leo Henrique, one of the closest in this match. Hamed Hajimadi, he was a sub put into this game. Kurt Dizon was one of those guys driving UCFC forward. Rafa Nogueda came in as a sub. He had that chance to cut back, but there was nobody to meet it, and that was another chance too that Pintos got to read. Enrique Shack took deflection there. Will Grierson putting his body in the line. He will be essential, or his health will be essential to keep their chances in this, as Ivan Owano skied an opportunity to double the lead. And it is 1-0 again, United City over Stallion Laguna. Kenny Daniels, the man of the moment with that goal. He is the joint leading scorer of the home side along with Ricky Sendra. And again, this was the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways, and this was Claro Manzano on call for this game. Do give us a follow again on social media for more updates on the league. See you, good night, and we will catch you tomorrow for more PFL action. Thank you very much.